I just love doing these podcasts. I really, I just want to thank everybody for listening in. Um, I enjoy doing the videos too, but the videos you're always challenged by, gee, I got to get this done in 30 seconds or 45 seconds or a minute and 7 seconds. And you really can't go deep into things. And I enjoy the podcast because I know most of you you're either at the gym, on the treadmill, or maybe you're riding a bike like I do in the mornings. Maybe you're driving to work. Maybe you're in the grocery store right now, but you got a little bit more time and we can go a little deeper into things. So, anyway, I just want to thank you so much for listening to the podcast, and many of you for years and years. And thanks for turning your friends onto it. So, anyway, hey, if you're brand new here, my name is Carl White. And today I want to talk about I want to connect a few dots that most people don't even know are on the same page. So, this is going to be a little obscure, but what is ham radio? Right? Do you know what ham radio is? I think probably you do. It's a two-way radio, kind of like a CB radio way back when, except this requires a license, and we talk all over the world. And so I'm a ham radio operator. Those that know Frank Gray, he is too. So anyway, what do ham radio, biking, and mortgages have in common? Right now, hang with me. I promise you this isn't some random walk through my hobbies. So these three things have something very deep in common. And if you're a loan officer or someone just trying to build anything meaningful, what I'm about to share with you might change the way you look at your day. Let's start with ham radio. So I got my license to transmit or to talk to other ham radio operators throughout the earth. I got my license back in 1986. And my call sign is N4UGL. N4UGL. And and I still have a bunch of old tube radios in my collection that I envied that other people that had these things. This is back in like the early 70s, mid 70s, and I couldn't afford them. And so once I could afford them, I went and bought all this stuff that I always wanted. So anyway, so but what I really learned on ham radio wasn't how to use the knobs. It wasn't how to turn the buttons. What I learned was how to listen. See, on the radio, if two people talk at the same time, nobody hears anything because it's only, when I've got my transmitter keyed, my receiver's turned off. And when you have your transmitter keyed and you're talking, your receiver's turned off. So I talk, then you talk, then I talk, then you talk. And that's how it works. So, so on the radio, if two people talk at the same time, nobody hears anything. So I learned to pause, like listen for the signal, then reply with clarity, right? And if you're stepping on someone else's signal, all you get is noise, right? Both of you. Same goes for mortgages. When you call a borrower or a referral partner, are you listening to respond or are you listening to understand? Are you listening to respond or are you listening to understand? So ham radio taught me this. The strongest voice isn't the loudest one, it's the clearest one. Same as in business. Now let's talk about biking for just a minute. So I typically ride 20 to 40 miles a day. On my birthday, I ride 100. Not because I have to, but because I've trained for it. Right. And I'm in my mid 60s now. Here's the thing. Nobody gets strong legs from one ride once a week. Right? You build momentum one pedal at a time, one morning at a time. And that's exactly how your pipeline works as a loan officer. Want more closings? Great. When's the last time you made a prospecting call every single day? Every single day you made prospecting calls or called all of your pre-approved and lookings that are still out shopping or followed up with your past database. When's the last time you did that? Look, you don't build a bike engine, right? Strong legs by watching cycling videos. You build it by peddling. You build it by peddling. You don't build a loan business by thinking about calls. You build it by making calls. Now, mortgages, right? Ham radio, biking, and mortgages. Now, mortgages. At the end of the day, this business is about having conversations. It's about making connections. Borrowers aren't choosing you because you're the lowest rate. They're choosing you because you showed up. You showed up, right? You asked good questions. You made them feel heard. You became their guide. It's just like tuning in a weak signal on the radio. If you don't dial it in right, you're going to miss it, right? And you don't stay consistent with your follow-ups, your updates. And let me redo that. If you don't stay consistent with your follow-up, your updates, your calls to the agents and clients, you're going to drift off frequency, right? Connection, consistency, clarity every single time, right? So, what all these three things, ham radio, biking, and mortgage, really have in common? It's simple. Success favors the consistent communicator. Whether you're behind a mic, pedaling down a trail, or on a Zoom with a buyer, the ones who win are the ones who show up consistently, listen before they speak, and keep going even when you're tired, even if nobody's answering, and even if nobody's answering yet. Right? If you're in the mortgage business and you're ready to ride with a group that gets all this, where we make our calls together, we fly in formation and hold each other accountable, we stay tuned in, stay consistent, and come check us out what we're doing over here at the Call Stars program, or join our next class inside the Freedom Club. I'll show you exactly how we've helped thousands, like literally thousands and thousands of loan officers going from stuck to thriving. Just go to getmoreloans.com, and let's roll up our shirt sleeves and it's time to get serious, right? We got to get serious with this. Time to get off the tricycle and time to start riding on the Tour de France. So next time you might be wondering why the phone isn't ringing or why the closings aren't following, ask yourself, am I the signal or am I just more noise? Am I the signal or am I just more noise? So be the signal, my friend. You're worthy of it. You're deserving of it, and you're absolutely capable of it. Be the signal. So talk to you when you call in, and I'll see you on the next episode of Loan Officer Freedom. Thanks again, everybody. Bye bye.